Wow. Top 40 hits, baby.
I love it.
Will Selva out in the newsroom in Los Angeles this morning. Let's say, what up to you? How was your night in Mount Laurel?
Oh, Will's dancing.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Hey. Move like Selva.
Everything. Yeah, everything I had hoped it would be and more, Kay. Oh, yeah.
Keep it in here. Keep it
Okay,
in
I'm
here,
feeling it.
Will, you got to keep it in here.
Like Hitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
Did you do a Mount Laurel disco?
Yeah, I guess the Mount Laurel Shuffle. I don't know what that would be, but I'm out here enjoying the beautiful Arctic blast as well of Mount Laurel. So thank you for giving me that weather, that present. I appreciate it. So hopefully you guys will have safe travels on your way down to Atlanta. Meantime, I'm here at NFL Films. Happy to be here. Everybody's been so great and accommodating. Well, no quarterback with a minimum of 12 starts has been sacked fewer times than Tom Brady. And if I'm Tom Brady, I'm giving my O-line whatever they want. The deeds to their houses paid, gold-plated jet skis, and if he survives Sunday, let the big fellas up front name their price. That's the least he can do. The unit ranks among the top 5 in the league in several pass protection stats. New England tied for the fewest hurries allowed this season with 48, which is all fine and well, but they face their stiffest test in number 99, Aaron Donald. And Donald knows rattling Brady won't be easy.
How can you make him hold on to that ball or make sure it doesn't get to those receivers?
We got our secondary. They're going to lock things down. They're going to give us opportunities to get to him. We just got to take them down when they hold the ball. Not let them get comfortable, get them off the spot. And, he's a great quarterback, but, you put pressure on him just like anybody else. It'd be a tough day for him. So.
Well, it's tough not to like this. A great moment Sunday as Rams DC Wade Phillips landed in Atlanta wearing the same outfit his dad, former NFL head coach Bum Phillips, used to wear on the sidelines. Our Michael Irvin asked Phillips about it Monday night.
Yeah, I wore my dad's jacket, his coat that he wore when I was, when I was playing and coaching, when I was coaching and with the Oilers with him, and you were able to wear those things on the sideline in those days. You didn't have to have a swoosh or anything on them. So I just did it. They kind of egged me on a little bit about it. And I thought it was really a good idea because I do think about him. After every game, we talked after every game and that I coached and I missed that. And then after the Super Bowl that we won with Denver, I had that feeling that he was there. And I just wanted to share that with everyone.
Son of Bum, no doubt, was one of the stars from opening night. He's the star every single night, I feel like. The best part is that when he had posted about the rally in L.A., he posted it sideways with his thumb being in part of the picture. So it was fantastic. Never change. Never change, Coach. Never change. Fantastic.
He was spitting future lines out there yesterday. I saw, what can't he do? We'll see if he can stop Tom Brady. He's done it before with the Broncos. Will Selva will talk to you in a bit. Super Bowl opening night was everything we wanted and more. D'Angelo Hall, you're here filling in for Nate Burleson. He was there on site working last night asking the hard-hitting questions, and he caught up with the head coaches of the Super Bowl. He also caught up with Brandin Cooks. Take a listen.
Now, let me be very clear. If Brandin Cooks is on your team, your offense is going to be legit. So let's get right to it. Less than a handful of guys with Super Bowl experience. When all the chaos quiets down and you have alone time with your players, what are you telling them about this moment?
For me, I think the biggest thing that I can tell our guys is to really trust the process. If we really trust our process like we say we do, there's no need to change, anything this week. Whatever you eat, whatever you drink, how you sleep, so continue to trust that process because that's what's got it here so far.
Now, you're a humble guy. You don't talk much, but when you're talked to, you talk back. Patrick Chung, your former teammate, he said, "We're going to kick their ass, baby." And you responded, "Hey, Chung, we heard you talking back there in Foxborough. You don't talk a lot of trash. Why did you have to respond to this?"
I think it's just one of those things, knowing that I got my guys back and knowing that we hear them. But at the end of the day, it's the game. It's the game of football, and there's going to be stuff talked back and forth. I try to do it in a humble fashion.
All right, now listen, it's just me and you. Don't worry about the cameras, everybody listening. Is it going to be sweet if you beat your former team? Like, for real, just talk to me.
To be honest with you, I haven't really thought about that. It's just more so the fact that being blessed to be back here in this position. I mean, last year, unfortunately, it ended soon for me. So being back here, I like to thank God. And, you know, I like to say he doesn't make no mistakes, and it's not by accident.
Thoughts on that, guys? Nick killed it.
Nate was awesome. Yeah. At one point, he was dancing with Deion, which is like everyone's childhood dream. And he was talking about Jared Goff, and then Deion goes, now remember, he's playing against Tom Brady. And Nate goes, talk about it, Deion. It was like it was right here. It was incredible. I mean, imagine that. I was so jealous. It was amazing.
Brandin Cooks, double agent. Maurice Jones-Drew said that last week.
Yeah, it's an interesting theory that, you know, he didn't get to finish the Super Bowl last year. He got hurt. Rodney McLeod knocked him out of the game, and there's almost like unfinished business for him. And then here he is. He's got the McDaniels playbook from last year. He knows Brady's tendencies from last year. How do the Rams utilize Brandin Cooks' knowledge of what the Patriots' offense is in that room? And D'Angelo, as a former player, the three of us can roll our eyes and say, okay, well, I have to think that they do lean on him in some way.
Yeah, they will probably lean on him, but come on, this is Coach Belichick. You have to believe that Coach has changed everything.
Okay.
Just because he know Brandin Cooks was in my locker room. So you best believe, hey, if we used to call razor slant, it's not going to be a slant. It's going to probably be a slant and go because Coach Belichick's going to give you just enough of what it looked like, but he's going to change it. So Brandin Cooks, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're not going to be able to help that Rams defense because I'm telling you, Belichick
nothing.
is not giving you anything.
Schrager and I both have this narrative in our head that in the fourth quarter he's going to have some amazing catch or a great fourth quarter.
I think he will impact this game. I mean, I thought he was going to impact the game last year, and to see him go down like he did, I was kind of, I felt bad for him. And so to see him back on this same stage with a different team.
My vision of him is sitting in the defensive room, and Wade Phillips is there, and Aubrey Pleasant's there, and Joe Barry's there, and he's teaching the coaches about McDaniels' offense. That's not happening?
That probably did happen.
Brain drain.
That probably did happen, but I'm telling you, Coach Belichick is not going to not change anything and give Brandin Cooks the roadmap to the win. That's not happening. You best believe those 2 weeks were definitely spent changing some of those calls that they used to run.
New offense, who dis, right? I mean, it's a
that they
deal.
used to run.
Okay, but what about Talib? He played for them.
Same thing. Defensive calls, you best believe Coach Belichick is not doing the same thing because he knows those guys who are on his team are on opposing teams now. And so, I mean, I've been a part of an offense that was like Kyle Shanahan when he was in D.C. And then you go and play him where he's somewhere else. And it's like we're used to a particular call out of a formation or route concept. And Kyle used to give it to you every time. He's going to give you that bang eight. And so he know I love jumping to bang eight. So he gave me bang eight and go. And I'm like, I should have known that was coming.
He gone.
So,
who ran the bang eight and go?
Julio Brady.
Who was it?
It was Julio. It wasn't Brady. But Matt Ryan missed him, so he didn't see it. He had some good pass rush. So.
What do you think of how Brandin Cooks has sort of handled this whole postseason, right? He's going up against New Orleans, who shipped him up to New England. Then now they're facing them. He's handled this pretty well.
Yeah, well, there's the X factor, and then there's the EX factor. Like, he's the X of both teams. I think it's interesting that Nate asked him, what do you think? He's like, I haven't thought about it. And I'm like, I'll call BS on that. Like, I'm sure you have thought about it. You're playing it really safe. Yeah. So I think he's played it cool. I actually think he's one of the most important players in the whole game, just because it's about style. And I always think that the Patriots want to win with Devlin and Sony Michel, and the Rams want to air it out. And I don't think if Brandin Cooks doesn't have a huge game, I don't think the Rams can win this game. I think he is so critical.